This is our map for the future. This is really how we are going to chart our course in terms of having the greatest impact we can have in higher education.
What I hope this strategic plan does is give license for creativity. What's the next set of initiatives that are going to allow Vanderbilt, as we approach our 150th anniversary, to become the best? The process is actually very unique, and it's unique in the sense that you compare what Vanderbilt's decided to do to other universities, and we have a very faculty-driven process.
The Chancellor has designed it that way, one by having John Geer and myself co-chair the executive committee and having the faculty be those who are driving the retreats and generating the ideas.
And so what we're looking for is bold and a path to really define Vanderbilt's greatness for the next 10 years. What should we become?
About 10% of tenure track faculty are actually involved in this process. That's a huge number by any kind of comparison. And the idea was to get these people, the best and the brightest, to generate ideas and have them bubble from bottom to top, rather than having the administration impose a set of ideas. As a result, you're going to get much more buy-in. You're going to get, I think, a much more creative plan as a result of it, and one that's going to have legitimacy.
And that process has involved gathering groups of faculty together to brainstorm on 4 different thematic areas that have been chosen as the focus for the strategic plan. The undergraduate residential experience is focusing on how our students are engaged in, for example, the commons, the new college halls, and potential next phases of that residential experience, and how we integrate teaching and learning, discovery, and research within that whole residential experience.
How to do that, it requires some creativity. We've had huge growth in the quality of the faculty. We've had huge growth in the quality of students. It's now time to step back and think about what new rules, what new initiatives can be put forward that take advantage of those synergies. The great problems of society are never going to be solved by one discipline.
Trans-institutional programs is really looking at leveraging what we have been very successful at from the 2002 strategic plan, and that is in terms of allowing faculty and students to be creative in launching interdisciplinary programs, bringing together faculty and students who might be working in different disciplines to address a common problem together.
So Vanderbilt has all this talent ranging from the humanities to the hard sciences, in fields of education, law, business, divinity, all of these areas. And you want to bring all that talent to kind of tackle a problem from different perspectives. I mean, a lot of people thought, well, we're just going to talk about teaching through the internet, using MOOCs. And certainly that's part of it. Teaching has fundamentally been a top-down process. Faculty hold forth, they lecture, students write it down. Well, now because of social media, because of the internet, the communication points can be across students, and students can now much more effectively communicate to the faculty. And so, and given the quality of our students and given the quality of our faculty, those conversations are just fun. And so we have to enable them.
The healthcare solutions could be thought of as a highly specialized trans-institutional program.
Because healthcare is not just a conversation that has to happen at the med school, it's campus-wide.
And so by allowing all of the people across campus to come together and work in that thematic area, we think we can really have some wonderful synergies that wouldn't be possible without bringing them together. An executive summary of all the work that's been done to date has been drafted, and that will set the stage for us to have town hall meetings. They're set to gather additional faculty together who may not yet have been engaged in one of the committees, and to get their input on the initiatives and ideas that have been generated so far. We refer to it as being faculty-driven and bottom-up, but we are really rolling out over the next couple months, reaching out to all the stakeholders. So reaching out to student groups, reaching out to alumni, reaching out to staff, to update them on the ideas that have come out of the planning so far and to get additional feedback and input.
Some People may say, and certainly have had some colleagues that have said this, oh, well, how do these strategic plans matter? Go back and read the 2002 one from University Central, and you'll come away thinking that one mattered. It set in motion the residential college system. It set in motion the reordering of the finances of University Central. It set in motion Opportunity Vanderbilt. You just go through it. It set in motion better graduate education, retention of high-quality faculty. I mean, it mattered.
So they were not plans that were worked on for a year and then put on a bookshelf and nobody ever referenced again. They really have been guidelines and spotlights for what we should be doing.
There's the term One Vanderbilt, and One Vanderbilt's a real thing because we have this amazing geography of basically being on one city block.
So we have such great fortune having an engineering school, a law school, a business school, a nursing school, a medicine school, a divinity school, a music school, an education school, all with our College of Arts and Science, and that is really distinctive.
And that proximity provides an opportunity for real collaboration and real creativity that isn't true for a lot of different campuses.
And so our creativity of our students and our faculty has really impacted our discoveries and our ability to have an impact not only on campus, but really how do our discoveries and our research missions have an impact on the state, on the country, and on the world.
And then you mix that in with a residential college system, and then you mix that in with Opportunity Vanderbilt, and you have a recipe for really exciting opportunities for growth and for change and for making Vanderbilt the absolute best.